Hey everyone, and welcome to another Full of Germs review. I am Germs, and this is Brightburn, directed not by James Gunn, as most people would think, produced by James Gunn, directed by David. I didn't get his name, Yarobeski. I think that's his name. Sorry, David. And it is starring Elizabeth Banks and a whole bunch of other people, mostly people you might not know, and maybe a couple others that I will not name. Anywho, uh, didn't know too much about this one other than the plot, and I know a whole bunch of other people, have gone into this and, yada yada. I only knew of the plot. I had seen the first teaser trailer, and I gotta tell you, I was interested just for the fact of oh, evil Superman. That sounds fairly interesting. So I went in with just that. Try not to watch any other trailers, which I advise you not to. If you just hear the concept and maybe just see a small glimpse of it, I think that might be enough, because I feel like they spoil a little too much. But as a superhero fan, I felt like I had to watch it. And yeah, here are some of my thoughts. So yes, definitely interesting concept. The visuals on it, it's a very low budget film. I believe it's only $7 million that they spent on it. So, and it looks like a lot more. It looks, for the majority of it, there's a lot of great shots in it. Visually looks great, especially when our hero or anti-hero or villain of the story, Brendan Byer, who, yeah, it's essentially it's the Superman story where it's a baby crash landing on Earth in Kansas by this couple that wants to have a child, and they raise this child, and of course this child is not of Earth, so it's got its powers, it's got something to it, and yeah, there you go, very familiar. So with that, we have Brightburn. I enjoyed it. I liked it for what it was. I like some of the actors in the movie, especially Elizabeth Banks. I'll give it to her that her performance was the strongest in this movie. I mean, granted, most of it is on her shoulders as she plays the mother to Brandon. I forget her name. I think was it Em? No, it wasn't Emma. Yeah, as you can tell, this is not the best review if I can't remember most of it. But I really liked her character. She brought a lot of the heart and a lot of the frustration to the movie, where it has a lot of those Omen vibes. A lot of people compare this to Superman, and yeah, there are those comparisons. But I like to give a little bit of the Omen, and sure, a little bit of the Dragon Ball lore in there too. So, where if you know about Goku, and you know his origins and what he was meant to do, maybe that's a spoiler, maybe that's not, but that gives you more into that. But Elizabeth Banks' character doesn't believe any of that, or it doesn't seem like she believes any of it. We're not sure. I think maybe it's kind of open to your interpretation. But yeah, she just wants to be a good mother, and she's happy with her blessing. She's happy with her son, with Brandon, and wants this to all work out despite, one day he's not there anymore. He's just Brightburn, or whatever you like to call him. And yeah, with her, with some of the actors, the actor who plays Brendan's father too, I really liked him. And he was, what's his face from The Office? I'm terrible with this today. But yeah, he's great, and a couple of the side characters, they do what they have to do, and that's it. The concept is great. The violence, a lot of people have said that the violence in this movie is gory, it's so violent, and yeah, I can think of at least 2 or 3 instances that they are, but I don't know, I expect full-on gore. I want to see Superman freaking destroy everyone. I want to see Mortal Kombat fatalities, and that might say a lot about me. But to me, I always want to see Superman at his most ultimate. So if he's just gonna go bad, I want him to go full-on bad. So I feel like I didn't get that here. For the violent bits, there was one bit where I'm looking into the crowd, albeit not a full crowd, and I see this one guy just wincing at this one scene. Like, meanwhile, I'm just like, hee, because I'm that gore hound, and, and I'm seeing this, and I'm just looking at the guy, just like, nope, So if that doesn't give you an indication of the movie, if you're the slight bit like queasy about things like that, like maybe this isn't for you either. And the fact that everything was done on this low budget and done fairly well, I compliment them on. So some of the bad, it's a been there, done that kind of story. It's also feels too short. It can be a compliment. It can be not a compliment. I kind of want it to be longer. I kind of wanted, more with the characters, and maybe more motivation on why he does these things. More gore, more violence, and yeah, and it kind of ends in a spot where it's like, hey, maybe we're setting up for something more. This could be the end, but if I hope there is more. Like, yeah, please give us more and give us more of what we want. So it's just like a sampler, and that's kind of disappointing. As much as you want to support something like this that's more or less original or just something different, not your average superhero thing where it's like, oh yeah, they have a change of heart. Like, no, this one is like, we're gonna go dark, we're gonna go grim. I felt depressed after this, not because of the execution of everything, but just because, like, man, it is just kind of a downer, this one. With everything, it was like, it feels like no hope at all. And I complimented on that because it made me feel something, and not every movie can make me feel something. So I will compliment them on that. So as much as they're good, it's bad as well. So it's not, definitely not a perfect movie. I saw it as a matinee, so if you really want to see this, try to avoid as much as you can, and maybe check it out as a matinee. It won't hurt. I spent like $6 on it, and I'm happy with that. Don't know if I see it again. Maybe if and when a sequel, spin-off, something comes more about it, then yeah, maybe I'll check it out again, because it feels like it does want to set up something. What it is, it all depends on you, the fans. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. I thought it was alright. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know what you think. Anything you want me to talk about around. I am at Full of Germs on all the things. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one. See you later. That's my review.